Hello everyone. Today in this episode we will discuss about exchange rate. Just like other items, exchange rate has two kind of exchange rate. The first is nominal exchange rate, and the other is the real exchange rate. So in real world, we use both of these exchange rate. Like for the nominal exchange rate, which is the currency, like just the exchange rate of currency was shown. Like, of course, if you're using iPad, using Apple products, is shown in the calculator, and also in a lot of trade market, these are all shown, which is nominal exchange rate. But about the real exchange rate is just simply compare, use the same amount of money, use the nominal exchange rate to measure what actual product you can buy. So before talking a bit more, we need to first discuss what it is. So first is the more familiar nominal exchange rate. For example, I will list China because $1 equals to 7 Chinese yuan for foreign currency. Then, if you want to have $1 for no matter whom, we will use 7 Chinese yuan to get $1. So people refer to the exchange rate between two countries because and they usually refer to the nominal exchange rate. Exchange rate can be reported in two ways. So first, if is dollar converted to Chinese yuan, you can say $1 equals to 7 Chinese yuan. But if it's Chinese yuan converted to dollar, we can say 1 Chinese yuan equals to around 0.14 dollar. So express the exchange rate in units of foreign currency per dollar. So a rising exchange rate, for example, from 7 Chinese yuan per dollar to 8 Chinese yuan per dollar means the depreciation in Chinese yuan and appreciation of dollar. So when domestic currency appreciates, it buy more foreign currency, which is, if we use domestic money as a base, it is rising exchange rate. When it depreciates, it buys less. Appreciation is sometimes called a strengthening of currency, while depreciation is sometimes called a weakening of currency. Now it is the real exchange rate. So the relative price of goods of two countries. The real exchange rate tells the rate at which we can trade goods. The real exchange rate is sometimes called the terms of trade. For example, suppose an American car costs $10,000 and a similar Japanese car costs about we will state $14,000. No, $140,000. So to compare the price of two cars, we need to convert into a common currency. So dollar, if $1 equals to 7 Chinese yuan, then 10,000 American car cost 10,000 equals to 70,000 Chinese yuan. But in China itself, it may cost 14,000 140,000 Chinese yuan. So we can conclude we can exchange 2 American cars for 1 Japanese cars. So it means for example, make it easier, just if converted dollar into Chinese yuan, 5 Chinese yuan can buy a bread. But if we convert US currency, we may find 10 Chinese yuan can buy a bread in America. That is the real exchange rate. So it is equal to 0.5. We can use those Chinese car divided by American car. So the real exchange rate is the nominal exchange rate multiplied by price of domestic goods divided by the price of foreign goods. For example, nominal exchange rate is 1/7, then we multiply by 7, 140,000, which is equal to $20,000 US. So the price of foreign good is $10,000 US. So the real exchange rate is equals to 2. So it means that the US products are cheaper, and it is also for the case because US dollar only use 70,000 yuan. Yes, so the rate at which exchange foreign and domestic goods depend on the price of the goods in local currency and on the rates which the currency are exchanged. And this is what real exchange rate is. And thank you all for listening. Have a nice day.